Guests, coming in a different life form as an entrepreneur. We have Jeff Hulton of Sporting Photo Art. Hi, Jeff.
Good morning. How are you?
Good afternoon. How are you?
Oh, that's right. Good afternoon. How are you?
Okay. Jeff, why don't you tell us about your new business, Sporting Photo Art?
Well, thanks. It's an exciting opportunity for me. I've done several startups in my past career, probably 11 in the high technology and consumer space. And this time I decided to try to do my 12th startup for myself, to try to turn into an artist. I've been doing photography for a long, long time. I studied it in college. I came back from Montana with a bunch of interesting digital photographs and fly fishing, which I love to do, and hunting as well. And I looked around my walls and I said, why can't I do something like the artists that I really love, like Andrew Wyeth and Chet Renison and people like that? If I could figure out to channel what they were doing in a digital media, that could really be a unique presentation and capture something interesting, and that's what I've been trying to do.
Oh, amazing. You look at this picture, it's spectacular. I'm going to try to take a picture of it myself and put it on our website. Tell me, how did you do this, if you're allowed to tell me?
Sure. It's taken a couple of years to figure out how to use the different digital editing suites. I use currently about 9 different suites, and there is no formula for it. Every picture sort of takes its own life, and I have in my mind's eye where I'm trying to go with it. And overlaying the different capabilities, subtracting a little detail here, adding a little contrast or structure over here, is really the learning process that I went through. And I couldn't describe exactly how I get to any one picture because, as I say, they take different paths. But generally, it's in the computer, it's editing with the digital programs that are available commercially, but in a unique way to try to make them look like a watercolor painting in the end.
Interesting. And so have you been selling?
I have been. I started last year with my first show up at the Orvis facility up in Millbrook, New York, and had a successful show. I've done a few local shows, and I'm just heading off now, really in my first full year, next weekend in New Jersey at a Wounded Warriors fundraiser at a sporting club, and the following week back at Orvis, and then down in Eastern Maryland in November at the Waterfowl Festival. So I'm starting to gain some traction with people. They seem to like what I'm doing. The price point's been between $300 and $600, which I think is a good price point. And you know, all the aspects of all of the startups that I've done apply to this one, trying to find an audience, find a product, find a price, and find a need to fulfill. And I think that I'm beginning to do that.
Now, you're doing all this on your own?
Yes, totally on my own. I do all of the printing, matting, editing, most of the framing. I do some outsourced framing, but most everything I do myself to control it.